Lamine Yamal. When Fabrizio Romano said we should remember the name, I was like, bro, he can't be that good. He cannot be that good. Today, I just watched arguably the best player in the entire world of football. And I know it might be recency bias, but let me be recent. Let me be recent. Let me tell you something. What that dude played today against Inter. This is not a team that have Manchester United's defense. He was facing the team that arguably coming into this game had only allowed 5 goals in the entire Champions League. One of the best defensive units in the entire Champions League, even in the entire goddamn world of football. And Lamine Yamal. I'm taking time to pronounce his name right because I actually mistake it so many times. But this kid, in fact, we just saw Garnacho said Yamal is the best player in the world. That is what he's doing. Now, he does not have the numbers to back him. However, this kid, when it comes to the talent, oh my goodness, Rio Ferdinand. If I am not mistaken, Rio literally said he might be watching the best player in the world. In fact, let me read it out for you to exactly what he said. Because it's crazy work for what this kid is doing. It's okay. This is what Rio said. Rio says, as a pure football talent, I am going as far as to say, I think Lamine Yamal is on another level to any player playing the game in the top 5 leagues in the world. And he's only 17 years. Truly unbelievable. Rio, I agree with you 100%. Right now, if you drop Lamine Yamal in a drop, and you put every single player in there, this man is going to be standing out like a sore thumb. Not because he is bad, but because he is doing it on every level. He's doing it on every level. The last person I saw that people got scared the moment the ball landed on his left foot played for that team. People got scared the moment the ball landed on his left foot. People got scared. Played on that particular team. Wore that number 9 when he was that age too. You know who I'm talking about. One of the greatest of all times. And this kid, what he was able to do. Barcelona were 2-0 down. 2-0 down, I repeat. And it was looking like they were down in their luck. What a solo goal. This man, single-handedly. What did I even say, man? This kid, this boy, because it's not out of disrespect. He is 17-year-old. 17. When I was 17, I can't even remember what I was doing. Yes, I think I was playing football, but I was not even shining this dude's boots based on what he's doing. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's single-handedly. I know Pedri had a hand and Rafinha in the second goal for Ferran Torres. However, brother, what this kid is doing is just magnificent. I spent 4 minutes talking about this kid, and I tell you that I can spend another 10 telling you how great this kid is, just focusing on that particular fact. But we are looking at 90 minutes played, 1 goal, 4 key passes, 6 dribbles, and 75 touches. His goal was a thing of beauty, creativity, constantly delivering in perfect places, understanding when to dash to the bar line, understanding when to cut into his left foot, never letting anyone know what he wants to do, always becoming a nuisance to defenders. That is what he has done today. But he still doesn't even just let his attacking prowess outshine every single thing. He also comes back to do the defensive work. He's 17. I want to just repeat that. He is 17 years of age. This man has the football world in the palm of his hands. If he works hard, if he does everything that he has been doing to get him here and listen to his coaches, he is a Ballon d'Or winner. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Now let me stop glazing and let me get into the game. This game was a tough one. This game was a tough one. The final score ended 3-3, which I believe it actually was meant to end 4-3 because Inter actually scored a goal and it wasn't offside. Whether we like it or not, whether Barcelona fans like it or not, it wasn't an offside. But it ended 3-3. And so it's no problem. It's no problem. They're going to now go to Inter's home and actually play. And that's where let's see who will win the game because the game started really tough. Marcus Thuram stunned Barcelona with a backheel flick, which was it's just crazy. You get me? Just early goal, literally 30 seconds. The fastest goal in a semi-final in the Champions League ever. But that did not even beat the best goals. Because the second goal for Denzel Dumfries was just as good. Acrobatic. Acrobatic from a rebound. Ridiculous. One thing I would say is Inter has been having a really tough spell this past few games. Especially because without Denzel Dumfries and Thuram, they have been finding it difficult to have a balanced diet in the entire team. However, those two people come back and they score 2 goals. In fact, Denzel Dumfries scores a brace. But in the 24th minute, Yamal responded with a solo goal that is reminiscent of the last person that wore the number 19 with the flowy hair, with the acne on his face. You get me? The last person that wore the number 19 that would hop on Ronaldinho's back when he scored a goal. But let's not talk about that. And then in the 42nd minute before the halftime whistle went, Ferran Torres came up with the goods. He has been a revelation for Barcelona ever since Lewandowski left for injury. Lewandowski was injured and Ferran Torres came in. Does a really good job against Real Madrid, gave them an equalizer, and actually went on to give them a really good shift and frustrated the likes of Rudiger. But that's not just it, because this game did not end there. In the 64th minute, Denzel Dumfries came up again and headed home from a corner kick to restore Inter's lead. But it's not just that. A minute later, Rafinha fires a long-range rocket that hit the post and rebounded out of Jan Sommer and into the net. Barcelona gets an equalizer. He gets an equalizer. Of course, one thing with that situation is that situation just made 52 goals and assists for Rafinha. And I believe he has now broken the record of contributions or goal and assist contributions that Messi had for Barcelona in the Champions League. But this was not just it. Barcelona dominated possession, but struggled against Inter's low blocks defense. Their attacking play was driven by Yamal, Rafinha, and Pedri. That's the key thing. Pedri was literally dominating the midfield all by himself. Now I understand why he's actually in the Ballon d'Or, which is basically the best player, when he's in that conversation. You understand? Watching the 90 minutes, understanding that this kid is not very fast. He doesn't have skills for days, but the way he glides over people, glides under people, understands that he's going to keep the ball away from them. There's really nobody that is just getting the ball away. Really nobody. And then you look at Inter. They played in the structured counter-attacking game, exploiting Barcelona's high defensive line with Thuram and Dumfries. Of course, from the set pieces is where they really punished Barcelona, and that has basically been Barcelona's kryptonite. We saw that against Real Madrid last weekend with Tchouaméni actually scoring from the corner kick, and now we saw two of them in this game, and I think Barcelona would definitely have to find a way to solve that issue. The second leg will be at the San Siro. This is going to be a decisive moment. It is going to be on Tuesday. Both teams are still in contention for the Champions League final. However, if Inter Milan does not find a way to stop Yamal, this game is going to be over before it begins. Let me know what you guys think about this. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one.